Dear students, hello, myself Vikas Sharma, and we are studying to do some of the numerical questions based on Euler's method. We have already done a class in which I have already explained you about the geometrical interpretation of Euler's method, as well as we have done a question on the Euler's method. This is my second video on the Euler's method, and here we are doing some of the questions regarding the Euler's method. Firstly, what we are going to do is, this is a question here, and the question itself says, that you are having a function, a differential equation, d by dx of y is equals to y minus x over y plus x. This is a question in which it is saying y minus x over y plus x and y 0 is equals to 1. And you are requested to find out the value of corresponding value of y when x is equals to 0.1. You are having a question in which you are asked to find out the value of y with the corresponding value of x is equals to 0.1. So this is the question, and you have to deal it with the help of Euler's method. The first thing is, we are getting the value approximate value. We are not getting the exact value in case of Euler's method. Now the thing is, what we are going to do and what is the formula for Euler's method. Okay, what is the formula for Euler's method? As I have already told you, that if you are having yn, which is equals to yn minus 1 plus h f x comma y. This is the question, this is the equation of the Euler's method which we have to use to solve the questions here. Now the first thing is, what you must be having with this is the GDC. So just wait for a second, I am just bringing my GDC with me. Sure. Okay students, now the question here is, you have to do the questions. Now the first thing is, what is h? And to find out the value of h, the formula we know very well is h is equals to xn minus x naught over n, or you can also call it as hb minus a over n. The last video I have told you about h is equals to b minus a over n. Now furthermore, what is b and what is xn? Xn here is, this is xn. Xn is equals to 0.1, whereas x naught, the first term is 0. This is x naught. This is x naught. This is xn. Okay. Now, if you want to find out h, how much the value of h will be? H is equals to 0.1 minus 0 over. Now, it is for you. What you want to take n as? You can go with n is equals to 5. You can go with n is equals to 10, or you can go with any other number for n. More the value of n, more the strips n, more is the accuracy. Less the value of n, less is the accuracy. The first thing you must mind it, that you have to take n for the higher values. It will give you the best results. But here I am going with the n is equals to 5. Okay. Now if you do this and if you put it here as 5, now here it will be h is equals to 0.0. Now the step size is h, and h is equals to 0.02. Okay, this is the one thing which you have understood. Now the first thing is, you are having, and I am just making a block, complete block here. This is n, this is xn, and this is yn. Okay. Now, if I go for xn, and the first term xn is 0, x naught, for n is 0, x naught is 0, y naught is 1. Clear? Second, for n is equals to 1. For n is equals to 1, how much will be the xn? x1. How much is x1? x1 is equals to, I told you earlier, x0 plus h. You have to add h to it. This is a step size. And if you add h to 0, it will give you 0.02. For n is equals to 2, 0.04. Again, if you add 0.02 to it. For n is equals to 3, it is 0.06. And for 0.08, and now it is 0.10. This is the value of x5, and here which is xn. Now here when n is 5, you are having 0.10, and you have to find out the corresponding value y5. Okay. Now we have to start with all the things, and I am just rubbing out the middle part of it. Okay. Now this is the part which is not further more required. Okay. Now what the thing here is that you have to go with is, if I start with y1, now here this is y1, here I will be having y0 because 1 minus 1 is 0, and here this is h, and h is okay, this is h, and how much is fxy? Here the fxy is the whole, this function is fxy. This is y minus x over y plus x. Okay. Now I have to put the values here. I have to find out the value of y1. Now here in this case, y0 is equals to, y0 is 1. This is the value of y0 because it is yn, and here n is 0. We can say it as y0. Y0 is 1, and the value of h is how much? 0.02, because earlier it was h here, and I am just writing it down here, 0.02. And the value of y minus x is how much? This is y minus x is how much? Now here you have to put the value itself. Okay. Now here the value of y minus y0 is, now here the value of y and x will be the same as this number, which is 0, not, and here again this is what we can write it as here. This is xn minus 1 comma yn minus 1. Okay. Now here y0 is 1, x0 is 0, and y0 is 1 and x0 is 0. Right? What you will be having is 1 plus 0.02, and here this is 1 over 1. This is again 1, and if you add both of them, it will give you 1.02. So therefore, the value of y1 is 1.02. This is the value of y1, which is corresponding to the value of x1, where x1 is equal to 0.02, and we are having the y1 as 1.02. Second step. Now, I have to go with the second term. And for this, what I have to do is, I have to just first remove all these things, and the formula now will become like this. This is y2 I have to find out. This is y1, this is 1, 1, 1 and 1. Now here y2 is, we have to find out y1 is 1.02, h is 0.02, and y1 1.02 minus x1 is 0.02 over 1.02 plus 0.02. If you go to solve this, this is 1.02 plus 0.02, and if you add this, subtract this is a 1 in the numerator, and in the denominator you are having 1.04. Okay, now you can use the GDC with you. Now what you are having here is, this is 0.02, and this is divided by 1.04. Now, and just you have to add 1.02. Okay, you will be having 1.039. You will be having 1.03923. Okay, if you are going for the much more exactness. Okay. Now, next thing is about the third step. Now again, things will be removed from here, and I'm just erasing out all of the formula here. Okay. Now, third thing is, I have to find out the value for y3. Now here y3 is equals to y2 plus h, and here this is f x2 comma y2. Therefore y2 is how much? y2 I can write it as 1.03923, and we are taking so much lengthy number so as to go much closer to the quiet answer. Now this is plus 0.02, and here this is y2 minus x2 over y2 plus x2. Furthermore, it will give me 1.03923 plus 0.02. Now here y2 is 1.03923 plus x2 is 0.04. This is the negative sign in the numerator, and in the denominator you are having 1.03923 plus 0.04. This is the whole thing which you have to write down. Now, with the help of GDC, you can solve it. I am just doing it. Now we are using the technology. Now here this is 1.03923, and just wait, 1.03923, and we are subtracting minus 0.04, 0.923, as well as in the denominator you are having 1.07923. Okay, if I divide this, if I divide this by 1.07923, what I will be having is 0.9258. So what it means is you are having, I'm just writing it here, plus 0.02 times 0.92587. And if I multiply this by 0.02, what I will be having is 0.018517, and now I have to add it to 1.03923. I have to add, what I have to add is 1.03923, and my answer is 1.057747. This is the required answer, 1.057747. You have to use the GDC because these calculations are very much lengthy, and if you are go on with writing it, solving it, it will take a lot of time. So the first thing is you must know how to use the GDC. Okay. Now the next thing, I will go for 0.08 as well as next is 0.05. Just wait, I have to erase it out. Now we have to find out the value for y4. Finding out value for y4, here it is y4, this is y3, this is 3, this is 3, and the value of y3 is 1.057747, and here this is y3, x3, 3 and 3, everything is 3 there. Now here it's 1.057747 plus 0.02 in the bracket. Now comes the value of 1.057747 minus x3, this is x3, 0.06, and over the same number is here 1.057747 plus 0.06. This calculation is here, and you have to again use out all these things. I am just doing it again. I am just copying it. I am just doing it. Okay. Now do it yourself, and I am just doing it here. Students, this is the value of the answer. You can use the GDC for your work. Now here the answer is how much? The answer is coming to be 1.07559. Okay, this is 1.0755, and this is actually double 9. You can write it double 9. Okay, and this way you are able to do this. Now I have to find out the last value. Okay. Now for y5 is equals to y4 plus h, and in the bracket y4 minus x4 or y4 plus x4. Fine. Now the value of y4 is 1.075599 plus 0.02. In the bracket it is 1.075599 minus 0.08 over 1.075599 plus 0.08, and the bracket is closed now. Now solve it and just start with the answer. Now here 1.092876 will be your value for the last term. What it means that you are having the corresponding value for x is equals to 0.10. The value of y will be 1.098276. 1.092876. This is the required value. And this way you can do the Euler's method. You can use the Euler method to solve the differential equations which are otherwise not able to solve. We are not able to solve it. Okay. Now just do one more questions of Euler's method. Students, we are now here to start another question with the help of Euler's method. In this method, what we have to do is we are given that d by dx of y is equals to 3x plus y. We are given y0 is equals to minus 1. We are here given the step size which is 0.04, and we have to find out the value for y 0.2. Okay, these are some of the basic fundamentals which we are given with. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to solve it with the help of Euler's method. Okay, now the first thing is, what is h? H is equals to xn xn minus x naught over n. Now here if I go with h is equals to, how much is xn? Xn is 0.2, and how much is we are having the h with us. There is no need to find out all this thing, just like it. Now the thing is, you have to make the log. Now here this is n, this is xn, and this is yn. Okay. Now here n, for n is x naught. This is x naught, and x naught is 0, and y naught is minus 1. Okay, these are the things which we have to do. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If we go with the step size, and I am putting the value for x1, it will be 0.04, it will be 0.08, it will be it is 0.4, okay, it will be 0.12, then it will be 0.16, and here it will be 0.20, or you can say 0.2. Clear? This is the value of x naught. Now you have to just use the formula to solve it, and solve it with the help of the formula. Now I am writing down the Euler's formula, and you are having the Euler says this is yn is equals to yn minus 1 plus h f xn minus 1 and yn minus 1. Okay. Now here, this is the first term I have to find out about y1. Now here, value of y1 is equals to y. How much is value of n? Here n1, it is giving to 1 minus 1 is 0, and this is h. Now here this is 3, and what is x? X will become x naught and y naught. Okay. Now here in this case, you are having y naught as minus 1 plus h is 0.04. Now here is 3x naught is 0, it will become 0, y naught is minus 1. Okay. Now what it means, you are having minus 1 and minus 0.04. Fine. You will be having minus 1.04. This is the value for yn, minus 1.04. Okay. This is the value of y1. Now, starting with the y2, to find out the value of y2, what we have to do is, we have to just put the values here, and the values will give us the basic results. For y1, I have to put here, this is y2, this is y1, 1 and 1. The value of y1 is minus 1.04. The value of h is 0.04. This is 3 times x1, 3 times 0.04, and minus 1.04. Okay. Now here this is minus 1.04 plus 0.04. You will be having 3, 4 times 12, 0.12. If you multiply these two numbers, if you multiply 0.04 by 3, it will be 0.12, and this is minus 1.04. Okay. Now I will use the GDC with me. Okay. Now if you go with this, you are having minus 1. Just wait. You are having minus 1.04 plus 0.04 in the bracket, 0.12 minus 1.04, closing the bracket, and execute. And after executing, what we are having here is, this is minus 1.0768. This is the required value. This is minus 1.0768. Okay. Now for the third case. For the third case, I have to find out y3 is equals to y2 plus h. This is 3x2 plus y2. I am just putting the value there. The value of y2 is minus 1.0768. H is 0.04. The value of 3x2, this is 3x2, 3 times x2. x2 is 0.08. Okay. And furthermore, this is minus 1.0768. Clear? 3.08 can be written as 0.24. Okay. Now just doing all the calculations with the GDC. Now doing the calculations with GDC help us in saving the time also. Okay. Now here is minus 1.0768. Okay, plus 0.04, and I have to start the bracket. This is 0.24 minus 1.0768. Okay, and now the answer is, this is your answer. Okay, it will be clear to you. This is minus, the answer is minus 1.110272. The value of y3 is minus 1.110272. Fine. These are the values of y3, y2, y1 and y0. Now we are proceeding well. This is what we call as, this is the value of, now we are going for the y, just wait for it. Now here I am just going for y4. This is y4 is equals to y3 plus h times 3x3 plus y3. Okay. Now here y3 is minus 1.110272. 0.04 is h. 3 times 0. This is x3 1 2 and y3 is minus 1.110272. Just look for the answer. The help of GDC. Just wait. Now here, after solving the value, you will be having minus. This is minus 1.40 minus 1.14028 and 288. Okay, this is minus 1.1402828. This is the required value. Now for the last term, fourth term, okay, for value of y5, because y5 is the required answer of yours. This is h 3x4 plus y4. It will be giving you y4 is minus 1.14028 288 plus 0.04. Okay, and in the bracket you are having 3 times 0.16, this is x4 plus minus 1.1402028 028. Okay, this is the value. Now I am again just solving this down. Okay, now I am solving it. It will give me some values. This is minus 1.14028288 plus 0.04. The bracket you are having 0.48. Okay, minus 1.1402888 and the bracket is closed. Execute. You will be having minus 1.1666941, and here the answer is minus 1.1666941. These are the approximate values which you can do with the help of the GDC. Okay, and you must know the use of GDC very well. Now in this way you can do the numericals based on the questions based on the Euler's method, and I have already explained you about the use and the geometrical interpretation of Euler's method. Okay, now in the next video we will go with some other topic, and the topic may be of the differentiation, because there are the exams, the summatives are going on, and I think that it will be very much helpful for you if I go with the differentiation. The questions will be of very good nature. Okay, so please go with the YouTube to see my much more videos. Okay, bye.